Hi, my name is Hector, and I run a little guitar shop in the city of Ontario, in the state of California, by the name of SOTOSHOPCUSTOMS. This video that I'm filming right in front of your eyes is to show and share a product that I've come up with that I call the BRACEFACE. When it first got introduced to the internet or social media, it was looked at in a trade-off or maybe an upgrade from what is known to be called the Bridge Doctor. That is not my product. I can't say anything bad about the product because I wouldn't want to say anyone to say anything bad about my product. But everyone has their freedom to choose what they want to put on their guitar, and that's neither here nor there. I'm here to show you my product and not compare it to any other, but maybe show you what the other one does or doesn't do, and maybe you can decide for yourself which one you think is better, or which will work for you. Once again, I call it the BRACEFACE, and I'm going to flip this camera down toward the guitar so I can start my little video and show you what's going on as far as my opinion, and it's my opinion only. Hope you like the video. What you're looking at right here is a 2019 TAKAMINE guitar. The model of this is the EF381DX, which is better known as the Legacy. There just happens to be 3 of them here at my shop right now. So what I did was I drilled out 3 at a time with the template that I have made for myself, as far as using it as a template to make holes that are used for the mounting of 3 different type of TAKAMINE guitars. I chose these 3 because it's the most popular amongst the ones that I've been seeing come through my shop. The TAKAMINE P3 and the J. Jorgensen, which is better known as the JJ, and the Legacy. All guitars are made by TAKAMINE, so I mean they're made in Japan, and they're very, very, very nice, beautiful guitars. I mean, I can't say nothing bad about them. The only thing is that the clients that I have encountered are using these for BAJO Sextos and or BAJO Quintos. And what they do is they pair up the strings instead of using octave strings like we know as a normal 12-string guitar. But very similar. Some guys like to use just one bottom E. Some guys like it in different positions here as far as the first or second slot or position of the string set. But I'm going to show you my product first and last and in between. Like I said, I drilled 3 at a time. This tape's kind of good, but this is my original template that I had fabricated, and probably the second series of these that I've made, but this is the one that really went into fabrication as far as it being, getting popular and recognized. So this is my template for the 2 types of on the top, and then the other type on the bottom. I have a bunch of these already made without the holes, so depending on what the customer brings in, I'll accommodate and be able to drill the holes accordingly so that they match up. So there's 3 of them here. I thought I'd show you how I prepare these things. But what this does is it sets inside the guitar. And if you're on the inside of the guitar, and if you've seen any of my videos on this, you've probably seen it where this sets on the inside. And the string pins fit through this area. Now, when I install this for my customers, I let the guitars sit on an average of 3 to 4 weeks inside my little shop here that I've insulated with a special insulation. And I have a water cooler, basically a swamp cooler. and I raise the humidity up to a certain percentage. And when it's high enough, I bring it down with an air dryer. It's just a fancy air conditioner. Let me show it to you. It's right there. And that's actually a dryer. So once I get the humidity up to a certain percentage in the air, I bring it down to another certain percentage. And after it's in a certain percent of humidity, which is kind of a SOTOSHOP secret, I have these little meters all over the room and in each guitar, and they tell me the humidity level inside the guitar. And when the time is correct, I'll have clamps around wood that's cut in an arch so that I can actually recompress the body down into itself, basically. I don't recommend you doing it unless you can tell yourself that I'm not going to damage or crack or break an instrument. So the wood has to be at a certain humidity level for you to be able to do that. And once I get it to where I want it and it's flat enough, then I install this product. And it just sits and rests tightly up against the inner structure of the guitar. And I tighten it with the original screw holes that were here in the bridge. As you see here, I have already taken these out, but they're here on the side. And these are the original screws. Now, in order for me to use those same screw holes, I grab the same screw thread with just at a longer length, longer, whatever, you know. And I reinstall it through the same holes, put the original caps or screw cap, ivory or perloid or whatever they are, back in to cover the holes. I believe that stabilizes the structure itself. After I bring it down to where it's, you know, pretty much level, pretty close. Some of them might get closer than others. It just depends on how dry the wood is of the guitar. But that pretty much sums it up. Now, this product here is called the Bridge Doctor. And, you know, some people swear by it, but, and it probably does work with if you think about the theory. But my thing is, which I would never want to do or tell anyone, is to drill a hole in a guitar that's like $3,000. Why would you ever sell a product that is going to have you drill a hole in your beautiful guitar? That's one of the drawbacks, in my opinion. Second drawback, in my opinion, is that after you drill your hole in the center of this bridge, approximately in this area, you know, this dowel, plastic nylon dowel, upright sits underneath it, and this screw brings the face of the body down. And the only reason it can do that is because this dowel rod fits inside here. So actually it sits just like this, in this position approximately, underneath inside the face and inside the guitar. And this set screw, Allen set screw, as you tighten it clockwise, it pushes this rod or dowel out toward the back or underbelly of the guitar. Now, the other negative drawback, in my opinion, is this is just redirecting the tension of the guitar. Whether or not, you know, it's a strong foundation or not, to find out after I drill a hole in my guitar, I wouldn't want to do it. And to strengthen that point, in my opinion, is what's holding this back underside of the guitar or bottom of the guitar is binding. And that binding looks just like this. And what that is a strip of wood, right? That is just been cut in with grooves every quarter inch, it looks like. And that just rests with glue on the inside of your guitar. Now tell me, boys and girls, do you really think that this flimsy piece of wood, even with the best of glues, is going to be good enough to hold that tension after a long period of time? And I'm sure if it does hold, it's going to, I would have to say, just get worse. It's a Band-Aid, in my opinion. I'm sure it works for some people and has done a great, tremendous job in the past. But this is a BRACEFACE, and believe me, this is what you want to do. When installed correctly and properly by Hector at Sotoshop Customs, it's what you want on your guitar. I mean, I bring the guitar back down to a level playing state or elevation on the face. And once that's encountered, I just stabilize it with this thing up against the inner structure. I've been doing this a long time, and it started out with just regular electric guitar cavity covers. And, I mean, I'm not here to blow smoke up your rear or lie to anyone, but let me grab a cover just so I can show you what I'm talking about. Cavity covers. Now, of course, you know, the usual or high percentage of these rear cavity covers on an electric guitar are plastic, right? But I ran across a stack of aluminum ones, and that's what started this whole deal years ago. And I ran out of them, you know, a while back, and found another stack of these aluminum cover plates or cavity cover plates, and they go on the back of the guitar. But see, all these are plastic. So, you know, I got creative and just repurposed it. I made this area bigger because obviously they either come with slots in them, which wouldn't be any good, or the rectangle area was too small. So I just repurposed it, made the hole bigger, made it work for me. And the first ones I sold, they even had, you know, the holes around the perimeter, which was a giveaway of where the part really came